Hey Justin, Coach Gilcrease here. First off, just want to thank you for coming out to camp. Had a good time working with you. Hope you was able to learn some things from us. First off, I want to start your video analysis by talking about your base, your foundation. Make sure we've got a good solid setup before we start our swing. Okay, so we got a good athletic stance here. We're squared up good. Okay, good bend in our knees. This part looks good. Okay, everything looks good here. Next, I want to get into our load. Okay, we have to make sure that our head stays still. Okay, and then we also have to make sure that when we pick this foot up and put it down, that our weight doesn't come with it. Okay, you should have enough body control to pick this foot up and put it down without your weight coming forward. Okay, the whole purpose of our load is to load the back side up over here. Okay, so we want this back leg right here to have bend in it. That way we know all of our weight has been transferred back there. Okay. Another thing is making sure this bat doesn't wrap around our head. Okay, we have to have our hands move a little bit back in this direction. That way there's some rhythm to our swing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is play your load till your foot touches the ground again. Okay, and we're going to stop it there and see where you're at. Okay. What I notice here in this frame right here, okay, our barrel's behind our head, and it looks like our weight went forward. Okay. Our weight's on our front leg, and our barrel's behind our head. That's going to cause us to hit off of our front foot, and it's going to cause our hands to drop here, and we're going to swing up at the ball. Okay? So what we do to correct that is a better load. Okay? So to make sure we shift our weight back to this back leg and make sure that barrel stays up. Okay? We don't want it behind our head ever. Okay? So now what I want to do is I'm going to get you to where you attack the ball at, okay? So we'll say you attack the ball somewhere out front right there, depending on where the pitch is. I don't know where it's going to be. But what I want to see is you be short to the ball and then long through it, okay? The way to do that is just to throw your hands down this line right here, okay? Depending on where the pitch is, okay? But we want to stay with our barrel above the ball, okay? So let's go ahead and see how that looks. Notice the back shoulder dipping down. The barrel's going to come up under. Okay? What that's going to cause, okay, when you drop your shoulder like that, it's going to cause one of two things. Okay? You're either going to hit up under the ball and pop it up, or you're going to hit on top of the ball because your barrel's coming up and you're going to cut the top of the ball and drive it straight into the ground. Okay? Which I think that's what happened here. Okay? Now, it looks like you're a little off balanced here, okay? You don't look like you're very balanced in this position. It looks like you're leaning this way towards the camera. Okay, we have to do a better job of body control. Okay, but we did a good job here with our stiff front side. Okay, our head's in a good position. Okay, we got to make sure right palm pointing up, left palm pointing down. And we got to make sure that this L gets completely formed, okay? We have to make sure we rotate all the way up on that back foot, okay? That's going to be our power. We have to make sure we're driving through that back side, firing our back side, okay? Next thing I want to do is make sure we're long through the ball, okay? In order to do that, you have to continue to push. Whatever zone you're in right now, you have to continue to push through that zone, okay? See what happens here is I want this back arm here, I want it to completely straighten out before this hand rolls over. Okay, you did a pretty decent job with that. Now this position right here is the position I want your back foot in at contact. Okay? So that's what completely coming up on that back foot looks like. Okay? Justin, Coach Gilcrease again. Okay? Just want to make sure we get a good load. Okay? I see that a lot. Okay, we don't really know how to do it correctly. Okay, so we get into some bad habits. Okay, so let's make sure we have a better load, and that's going to correct a lot of things in our swing. Okay, thanks so much for coming out to camp. I had a good time. Look forward to seeing you again.